I believe we're live. So, I'd like to welcome everybody to our October Carroll County RDC meeting. Present today is President Jack Begley, Secretary Michelle Cox, and Bill Brown, along with our counsel Eric Burns, Auditor Beth Myers, and I see Josh Deno, James Wells from the EDC, and Ben, I can never pronounce your last name. Dispinet? Dispinet. I'm terrible with names, so we'll get started. First item on the agenda is the approval of the September 18th, 2025 meeting minutes. Did you get a chance to read those?
Move to approve.
Moved to approve by Michelle, seconded by Bill Brown. All those in favor? Aye. Aye. Motion carries 3-0. Next item is the review of the auditor's treasurer's report.
The front page is correct. There is a couple things in the second page that said for the interest for Trust Indiana, it should be $409.60 instead of $80, which makes the balance total with the first page, the summary page.
Okay.
And then the next page is the very last page, I believe.
No, I looked at it. Thank you.
Very last page, NIPSCO bill did not save on there, so it's $72.45 as an expense. No claim number, because we don't put claim numbers on those. The amount is $268,442.82, which matches the summary report.
Okay.
And do you have a corrected copy I can take for the permanent record?
How about if I email it to you?
Email's fine, or if you
Or
want to
he's
just,
got one,
if
I
you want to
can-
just mark it, however. I'll take it. If you're giving it up, I'll take it.
Now, let me see here.
I can give it mine.
Now, here it is.
I just want to make sure it's the correct one for the record. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Okay. So, any questions of that for Beth, or? Okay. And the claims, the utility bills.
Did you want to?
Do we need to approve the?
Oh.
I move to approve the treasurer's report.
Second.
Okay. So it's been moved by Michelle and seconded by Bill Brown to approve the treasurer's report. All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Aye. 3-0. Okay, moving down to claims. You said it was just the RMC and the NIPSCO bills, right?
That's what I paid,
Okay.
And I don't know whether your copies are in your box out there or not.
No. All that was in the
Okay,
mailbox was
that's fine.
Budget updates. Or,
Well, then I will make you copies.
okay. And we do have a claim that kind of got lost in the shuffle, but it's,
It's not lost
But-
in the shuffle, I just didn't get it.
well,
Well, it sounded,
it's,
so if you can
Lost.
email that to me, we can just get it
in
done.
fact, I will do that right now. Just go in and,
Is that for today, Jack, or?
well,
He wanted it to be,
Next meeting.
we'll have to do it next meeting, and they hadn't submitted one for September, so this had August and September,
Is that the mowing, or?
yeah, for the mowing. Just forwarded that
okay.
to you. So,
Do you want me to go print it off so you can, I mean, does she, you want her to wait on that payment? Because it won't go out right away if you're waiting till the next meeting.
Yeah, if we can,
Well, it
Right.
needs to go out at next meeting, can't approve it
well,
today.
but if she can print it out and give us
So
the
you'll
claim.
approve it and then hold it do we have to hold it for 5 days? Or
We don't have to.
Okay, all right.
I mean, I just have to have approval from you guys to pay it
Okay, yeah, if
with a
you
claim
could,
number.
Yeah, it would be what, 452, or yeah, 452 would be the claim number.
And that's to whom?
It's for Jenny Pearson for mowing of the industrial park. And basically, the amount is $555, and that's for 3 mowings between August 5th and September 25th.
Would you spell Pearson?
Pearson.
Thank you.
I move to approve the mowing bill for $555 to Pearson's.
Second.
Second. So,
Claim number 452, sorry.
thank you. It's been moved by Michelle and seconded by Bill to approve claim 452 for Jenny Pearson's for the mowing at the Shell Building in the amount of $555. Any discussion? All those in favor, aye?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, so claim 452 is approved, 3-0. So, moving on then, project updates. I guess we'll hit Josh first and hoping he has some good news for us.
Well, I had a couple promising phone calls this month. Chicago broker, he didn't disclose who it was, nor would I hear, but it was an employer looking for 150 to 200,000 square foot and the adjacent properties. And the other one was, he didn't disclose the use, but it was one of my outreaches down in Indy. He came back with some questions and had a good conversation over the building. He said he'd be following up, trying to get a tour from both of these. I'm having trouble getting into Packers through security without having a hard meeting set. So I'm needing help with some outreach to Michael Bailey. That's who I'd like to get in front of. He's a CFO there at Packers. The next thing is to target Fort Wayne and its industrial sector, and see if they're trying to do an expansion. Someone's trying to do expansion and trying to get a different labor pool from what they already have. And continuing to go after industrial brokers in Indiana. Just continuing to target them more than once. And so that's where I'm at now. No tours scheduled. Monticello, nothing there. I'm going to drive up to that person this afternoon, to that plant, try to get in front of them. I've tried 2 phone calls, text message, no follow-up at all. So just trying to reach for some sort of response or an update to what direction they may be going in. Yeah.
Okay.
Push forward and not assume that anyone told me he went towards West Virginia on a site selection, or Virginia. But again, he could build a plant here, so I don't have that crossed off, but he's not communicating with me like he was earlier this summer. So I don't anticipate anything from him. The Michigan, the pool chemical place, I think they went with a different location. I don't know. I didn't get much follow-up on why, but they didn't have anything to follow up with on after I did a video tour with them. Yeah, they haven't been communicating with me since then. I've asked for follow-up, nothing. In the paint place in Georgia, nothing from them, nothing back from them when they reached out earlier this summer.
Okay. So,
Is it the community or the building, or what is the main objection to it? Or lack of interest thereof?
I don't know. Understanding that, you know, I pitch Carroll County, the location of the Heartland, its accessibility to the market, to labor, coming from all directions, tapping into the Logan Sport Pool that drives through here to get to Lafayette. The site is priced really good. Yeah, it's very fair. You know, I'm welcoming offers and interest. As you know, the seller would be someone who would be willing to work with whoever coming in. We're looking for an employer. So I think the message has been good and clear, and I don't, from a community and location standpoint, I don't know why anyone would. I'm not getting any feedback on. You know, what would be, you know, a turn off. You know, from the food processing plant broker that called me, you know, availability to the square foot, like what that looks like, as far as site readiness, be able to turn the key on. I wouldn't know why that would be a concern when they would have a lot of build out to do for that facility anyway. So I think the site was more of a turn on to that company than just the 50,000 square foot shell building. Yeah, I'm not getting feedback as to, no, I don't think Carroll County's a good fit. I'm not getting any of that. I'm still confident in the community and the location. Selling a really good product. It's just about making the piece fit to whoever needs it. I know the biggest concern with the Monticello guy was the center beam, or the supporting beams were too close to do a span with he was talking about a 50-foot crane that, you know, span between with the length of the building to be able to move production through each stage. place to bring what they're manufacturing through. So they were just gonna have to get creative and smaller, putting footings in for the crane. But I think they could have went with a smaller one than a 50-foot, because the other prospect property that they were looking at in Monticello, the columns were closer together than our building. It's a building that they store pop cans in, so they didn't need that space in between the columns. So, and then the only other option for them was to build out in Remington. So, from an incentive standpoint, I think, because I think that in Monticello, that property is county owned as well. They were going after. So, I think we still would be able to work with the same incentives that they would be going into. Yeah. Keep rolling.
Yeah. Okay. Any other questions for Josh? Okay. Just, I'm gonna touch on it, I think I'd mentioned it before, but, so that you know too. The Associated Builders and Contractors Organization, or Association, the Shell building got submitted to them as part of their regional awards thing, and was presented an award for in the $3 to $10 million project range. So, and actually it was a pretty nice little presentation they had on the building. So, getting exposure out there too from that. Yeah, I mean, a lot of it looks good on what the building says, so.
Yeah. I mean, we have the no floor in there, that's fine. I don't think that's holding anything up. The power that's in there is a little low, but we have room to grow with an RMC on upgrading that service. Yeah, I mean, those are things that can be addressed.
Yeah, well.
There's plenty of build out that needs to be done as someone moves into the building,
Yeah.
so there's timing as far as that's concerned. I think that can be addressed.
And I probably need to do it. I believe, and I need to check with Corbin and find out. I believe the infrastructure from the switch box to the building is heavy enough to handle a larger supply. It's just for the Shell building at this point, the 400 amp,
Yeah.
43 phase box was,
Yeah. I mean, understanding that transformer up to where it's at can provide, without having to run new feeders out in.
right.
Understanding that we would just need to get 2 new feeders going from the transformer to the building.
Right.
To upgrade the service. So understanding that, like is that rated for 1200 amps instead of 400? Can we upgrade it just from the transformer to the building without having to go out to the pole?
Yeah.
Again, I don't think that's really messed up that bad.
Okay. did approve the claim. So it just needs,
Well, I have a couple comments on her
Okay.
invoice.
Okay.
She's got it to her,
right.
but payable to Steve,
I hadn't noticed that she had changed, that had been changed.
and there's no invoice number or contract number, which I normally have to put something in here. State Board looks for that. So I'm gonna have to put in a new vendor to Steve. Was it to Steve before?
The original one was, let me come back and look at these, I can,
But if you've approved it, I mean,
yeah, we've
but
approved the amount.
I have to have a correct invoice, so I'm gonna ask her for a correct invoice.
Okay, let me just. Okay. So the first one,
See, we had lawn care by Pearson. I mean, we've got all these,
yeah, that's, and then,
and I got in Dutch with that because we have something with our checks that are checked to make sure that they're paid to the right person. Or the banks do.
yeah, anyway, this one then, I think she replaced it with the one that said, I've still got it under that because we, I must have clicked wrong.
Can you put it in your minutes that we need to change this claim to, if Steve Pearson is submitting it, then it should be his invoice
Right,
or something to,
So the last check was made to whom?
I think it was to Jenny Pearson.
yeah, and that's,
So we've always paid Jenny.
Well, yeah, or lawn care by Pearson.
yeah, the first invoice came in as lawn care by Pearson, payable to Jenny Pearson. And then,
I think we had to ask her to change that.
yeah. And then they started coming in Jenny Pearson, payable to Jenny Pearson. And now,
And that's who we paid them to, because we ought to just say consistent, let them change.
Right. Yeah.
Unless we got a new contract, we shouldn't pay it to a different person.
I don't
Right.
think you have, do you have a contract?
we just had a quote. We never actually,
You accepted the quote.
We accepted
That's
the
a
quote.
contract. But you ought to be paying to the same person. If she needs to sign it over to Steve Pearson, she can do that.
Yeah.
Shouldn't be a
I
big
mean,
deal.
it shouldn't be a big deal.
yeah.
If you could give me a copy of the contract, I could
So,
put it with it. But you
um,
don't have to prolong your meeting for that, so.
yeah, I don't have it right here. So. Yeah, and then I didn't even catch that when I looked at it, that it still says Jenny Pearson at the top, but she changed the payable to Steve.
And she needs to have an invoice number or a contract number, which if you approve that, there should be a quote number or something to
You need a-
relay it back.
Or a date, contract date, when it was accepted.
Yeah, we could do, just so it's all consistent, because
Yeah.
State Board of Accounts really looks at different things. So does the bank, for some reason.
So, okay. So, you want it, you need us to say, we've approved the claim with you, with getting the changes made on,
Yeah, just, you can change the motion a little bit and just say, with changes that will be provided to the auditor.
are you fine with that?
Yeah,
Okay.
with changes that'll be provided to the auditor regarding the correct name for the statement. Is that how you want it done?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Please, Eric.
And you're fine with that, Bill, since you seconded it? Bill,
What?
you fine with the changes to the motion to approve the claim?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I just would like to get it paid to him. Since the dates back to August.
Yeah, well, and they just sent this in October.
Okay.
So,
But it says submitted 9/6. See,
Yeah,
none
she-
of it lines up, so,
yeah, she
I
didn't
just-
change the date.
well, she needs to fix them.
Yeah, okay. So, okay, so, do we need to re-vote or
You wanna
just?
just
with
sign it?
As long as the
consensus
minutes reflect that it's gonna be made changes, we're fine on that,
Here, right?
claim number.
Yeah, I just put that in there.
Okay,
I didn't put all that in. Thank you.
okay. So, I'll make a note on that. Okay, I will do that. Back to the agenda, any other, new business, I guess any new business? I don't know of anything coming up that we're looking at having to take care of, do you?
Not to my knowledge.
Okay. The only old business is,
The only old business I have is whatever became of the RDA situation.
and
And
I haven't had any luck trying to get hold of Jay. I've sent him text messages, email, and I'm getting no response. I don't know if you might be able to get it.
I mean, other than walking down there, I don't know how else you would get hold of them.
Yeah.
Is there, like, who can call that meeting? Only themselves?
Somebody on it should call the meeting, yes.
And who else is,
Krista Watson is the other one.
so would Krista be willing to call the meeting? I mean, isn't she
Well,
more accessible maybe?
Yeah, it doesn't really matter who calls it, it just needs to be posted. So if they said, yeah, go ahead and call it, then you can post it. We can help post it if you need, 48-hour
Yeah,
notice.
but
They
the
meet,
problem
and they'll
is
be
we
done
need-
in 4 minutes.
Enough people to vote?
We need
Need two.
We need Jay and Krista both to be there because Pat
Tell them where it is.
is, I think he's still listed
Okay.
as the,
Huh?
I think he's still listed as the third member.
Yep.
So that's why trying to, and I don't know if Krista's tried to get a hold of Jay and hasn't had any luck talking to him either, so. Yeah, to move forward to that, we need to get something done, so. Okay. Anybody, you have any updates for us, James? Okay. Just getting to, have you pestered Bill much yet? Since he's the president of the commissioners too, so, yeah. So.
On the RDA issue, is there an action step that's gonna be taken to try and get a meeting?
I may just try and get over to Flora and see if I can,
Could someone just send a letter or, and just tell them that we need to, I mean, explain the situation, that we need to have this, to dissolve it?
Tell them we're gonna cut the payroll.
Yeah. Cut you off, yeah. I mean, if you can't get a hold of him by phone,
yeah,
that's all I was thinking.
so,
Or walk down there, I guess.
yeah, that's, so,
But they gotta be sure to know that they have to be here.
right.
I just sent him an email, but I don't think it's gonna make a difference.
Okay. Well,
It's pressure from somebody else.
Yeah. Well, I would assume it's already been questioned once by the State Board of Accounts, so,
And written up.
and written up, so there will be a
So next year,
request that will go to the members of the RDA. I mean, they'll get involved on some level by the State Board of Accounts, so that's not necessarily a good thing for them or the county.
next year then, they look to see what they've done and they check to see if it's corrected.
so,
Maybe you could send an email too, though.
I think I might.
Say, I got written up, I want you to take care of this.
I didn't get written up, you guys did.
Okay, county got written up, take care of it.
Although I was the one in the middle of it,
yeah,
I guess.
so,
Yeah, it's really the RDA that got written up. They happen to be a instrumentality of the county, so.
And then what happened was, I have to post things on Gateway, like their financial reports and all this, and the next month, when I started to post, I looked, I had a new line for the the RDA. I've
Oh, they
never-
put it in.
Oh, yeah,
Oh, my.
they're asking for them, and so I put,
Just,
I think I've talked to you about that, I just said no meetings,
yeah.
and then I put the financial in, I put our stuff in there. I don't know, it's not a good thing. Because I wouldn't worry about it, but when they put it on there, that means that they are going to check it
Yeah,
out.
they'll check it next year.
I would suggest you send an email too, but I just sent one, so.
I've forgotten who appointed them.
I think once the,
I think commissioners appointed all of them,
Might be all commissioners.
What's the question?
for the RDA.
RDA, the authority, did the commissioners assign them?
I know
Appoint
we
them?
have, I don't know if we appointed all of them, but I know we've appointed Pat and we appointed, Krista, I think we appointed all three of them.
I think you did.
So Eric, if we can't get the current current members of the RDA to meet, can we just appoint new members to the RDA and then have those members meet and disband?
Sure.
I mean, that's a way around it.
Yeah, it's gonna literally be a 2-minute meeting.
Yeah. I mean, that would be,
Disband all 6 of them,
Say it again?
and then disband both sets of,
Well, the RDA, there's only one RDA, it doesn't matter who's in the seats. So if their terms are up, then you can appoint new ones and the new ones can dissolve themselves.
I bet they're up the first of the year, all of them.
I think you're right.
so we might have a solution within the next 3 months.
Well, I don't think the commissioners actually reappointed them this year, did they?
Well, they'll continue to serve until replaced, so they could be replaced at any time because they're past their term.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But they're still in the seats until they're replaced.
So.
The commissioners would have to vote that if we can't get a response from the current members, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Just get new ones in.
Okay. We'll have to,
Can you send me his phone number?
Phone or email?
What do you want me to do? I was just gonna call him.
I mean, you can call.
Or I don't-
I just Googled it off
Okay,
their webpage when I called him last time. I have his email, but I don't have his phone number handy.
okay, I'll just email him then. I'll have it on here.
okay. So, any other business then to come before the RDC?
So next meeting date, where will we be?
Okay, next meeting date will be
November 20th.
November 20th at 1:30. Hopefully there'll be no changing. Shouldn't be, I don't think, so,
Well, even if it is, we gotta check the time.
yeah.
And so in the meantime, Beth, if you don't get a response and I don't get a response, can we let Bill know so he can have something done?
Well, yeah, I mean, I talk to Bill all the time,
Yeah.
yeah.
And that way they can, because their meeting will be before ours, so then they can,
The reappointments won't be till usually in January, isn't it, or
yeah,
at
but
the
if
end
you're,
of December?
can you replace before or not?
Yeah, they're an annual term. They're supposed to be reappointed every year. They were not reappointed, I don't think,
I don't think so.
which means they're eligible to be replaced at any time you choose. They're not, they're not being terminated, they're just not, there's somebody else that's taking their seat, so it's not like they're being thrown out, they just are being replaced.
So that way, if they can't respond in the next 2
Right.
weeks, then the commissioners have the opportunity to change who those people are prior to our next meeting.
Right.
And then you could also advertise for them to be present after our next meeting or so that they could do their business then and dissolve, correct?
Right, they just need to be posted. I don't know what, you have letters that you send to people, say, hey, thanks so much for your service, no longer needed, and hey, thanks for agreeing to serve.
We've done that before.
Yeah, and that's what I would say just for the file, so it shows that the old ones were no longer on, and then we've got new ones that replaced them, the new ones met, just creates the paper trail to show it was all done.
We can get that done.
Seems like a silly way to do it, but it
And then-
gets us to the end result.
It
we
is a
need.
silly way to do it, but it would do it.
I don't think we've ever sent letters, though, I mean, to tell them, thank you. I've never typed any of them, because I think they will always have just gone forward, or
About always, well,
or they tell you they don't want it. and-
Right.
required if they wanted to continue on, I said, no, I don't want to be on any committee. Okay.
And I'm just saying that for our purposes, since the State Board of Accounts already written us up, to have a paper trail that shows exactly what happened and when would be helpful. It's no more than a letter, thanks for your service, you've been replaced by Susie Q, and, you know, then Susie Q votes, so.
Okay.
Okay. So, if there's nothing else,
Move to adjourn.
move to adjourn. Moved by Michelle and seconded by Bill Brown to adjourn.
10:44.
Aye.
10:44 adjourned.
Motion passes, meeting's adjourned at 10:44. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks, Jack.